guys, it's Jacob from Stringbuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being the music journalism site, links it in the description down below. I apologise for the video quality of this thing. It's because this is quite an anticipated track, so I wanted to pump out the review as quick as possible, so yeah, I apologise for that. And anyways, what is the track? Well, it's an anticipated track. It's the latest track from the XX, Say Something Loving. I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. So after finding their last single, On Hold, a little bit dire content-wise, I was looking for a much improved attempt this time around. I didn't think their last track was bad or even dodgy or even poor in any way. I just felt it lacked that signature XX feel, which I'm sure a lot of fans sort of felt the same as well. One of melancholy and character, and to be honest, a little bit depressing. So shall we see what I thought this time around? Well, although, again, it doesn't really feel like a typical XX track, I've got to say I had fun listening to this one. It's mysterious, it's heartfelt, and it has a feeling of sincerity to it. It almost feels incomplete, but in a good way, as if we as the listeners are putting the parts together ourselves, and I think that's great form from the songwriting department. It's encouraging the fans to be a bit more proactive when listening. Now, that's always a good thing. Production-wise, the song is okay, but far from standing out to me. I do think this is the biggest fault. I did like the tone of the bass and the thumping style of timbre they used for the bass helped raise the pulse a little, and I also thought the vocals sounded very clear and crisp, and each note rang out pretty well. But the song is severely lacking in the low ground. Although I liked the timbre of the bass, it just wasn't wholesome and it lacked that depth. The drum kit is also a little redundant in this song, never really adding much impact to transitions. It actually took me 2 or 3 times listening to the track to even sort of cotton on to what the drums were doing. They just kept fading it back into the back of my mind, really, into the background of the song. On the other hand, I thought the musicality of this track was excellent. I thought Romy and Oliver had great chemistry on this song and showcased far better harmonies than I expected to hear. They played off of each other almost homophonically, cutting across rather than singing over each other, and I loved that approach. I loved that slow swooping hook they used as well that carried the chorus. I thought that sounded really good. The quirky feel in the verses were great too, reminding me a lot of Solange's latest efforts, especially a track like Cranes in the Sky, something like that, that quirky sort of drum and bassy sort of feel. However, I would have liked to have heard some ideas progressed a little bit further, because I do think a lot of the ideas that were expressed were cut short by at least 8 bars or so. I think if they sat back a little and allowed some ideas to flow for that little bit longer, we would have had a track that would have been up there with their finest work. So lyrically, the song is ambiguous and very atypical to the modern trends, and again, I enjoyed that aspect. So all in all, another track we've had this week, which is perhaps a letdown by its production. I think the song is solid and worth a listen, but it's by far being away from the track I would suggest to you if you're wanting to get into the XX. So I gave this a G rating of 6 out of 10. I want to raise it up to 6.5 out of 10, because after listening to it back from yesterday, I decided that was a little bit low, so 6.5 out of 10. If you enjoyed this review, then please leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye-bye.